Hello guys, welcome to this video. Please make sure that you watch this video to the end without any fast forward so that you don't miss any important step. So we'll do a production deployment of Keycloak in AWS using MariaDB and NGINX, and we'll use the Docker container. These are the steps that we will be performing to do this deployment. So in the first step, we should have a valid domain, or maybe we can create a subdomain to be used for this Keycloak setup. Step number 2, we will create the EC2 server in AWS. Make sure you do it with the correct inbound rules set. Step number 3 is we'll install NGINX and configure it for Keycloak subdomain. Step number 4, we will install the Docker and docker-compose and configure for it to run without super user. Then we'll create docker-compose YML file, and then we'll bring up the Docker container. So let's get started. This is where I have hosted my domain. So you can see that I have a record hosted for securityfocal.com, but we will not use this primary domain, but rather we will use subdomain. So you can see I have created a records for Keycloak and www Keycloak. So my domain will be keycloak.securityfocal.com. Next, let me go to my AWS instance and let me create a new server. So I'll just name it Keycloak. There should be a Ubuntu server, and make sure that you do the proper sizing. So for now, what I'll do is I'll use 22.4 LTS. Okay. And I'll use medium instance. T2 medium should be good, which has 2 CPU cores and 4 gigabyte of memory. You need to select the key pair and then the network and VPC that you want to use for this one. If you're not sure, you can leave it to the default. Auto assign public IP. So I have a elastic IP address that I will be using for this one, but for now you can leave it on, and let it create a new security group. Yeah, this is important. So the default rule only allows SSH for inbound 22 port. We'll create a few more rules here. So firstly, we will create this one for HTTP. So step will be anywhere. Next, we'll create a rule for HTTPS. Source will be anywhere, and we'll create one more rule here. That will be for custom TCP 8081 port. That's where we'll be running our Keycloak server, and we'll use NGINX to redirect you to port 443. So type will be anywhere, and storage, the recommended is to have 50 GB. So we'll go with 50 GB, and let me launch this instance. Okay, so its instance launches success. Let's go to our instance page. I'll refresh it, and yeah, this is initializing for now. So this is the one that we are looking for. Now you need to have an elastic IP address. If you don't have an elastic IP address, you need to go for one, and you need to make sure that you map it with the subdomain that we are planning to use with Keycloak. So for now, I already have this elastic IP address. So what I will do is I'll associate this elastic IP address with our Keycloak instance. So this is my Keycloak instance, correct? And I'll say associate. Yeah, so that's done now. Let's see if our instance is up. Okay, it still says initializing. uh, let's see if we are able to connect with this one. And yeah, I am inside my server. So firstly we'll just update it. Sudo apt update and sudo apt upgrade. Okay, yes, of course I want to continue. Okay, newer kernel available. So let me do okay, and let's do a quick reboot. Our server should be up now. Let's try to connect it. And yes, we are here. So let's install NGINX as our next step. So I'll do sudo apt install NGINX and y. Okay, so NGINX should be installed now. We will see NGINX version. Okay, 1.18.0, that should be good. Now let's see if the NGINX service is running. Sudo systemctl status NGINX, and yeah, our service is running. Okay, so next what we'll do is we will configure UFW. So let's check if UFW is up. Sudo UFW status. No, it's currently inactive. So let's allow NGINX first. Sudo UFW allow NGINX full. Okay, NGINX and full. Okay, rules updated. Now let's also allow SSH, otherwise we will be locked out of the system. So SSH is allowed, and now let's just enable UFW. So UFW enable. We disrupt. Okay, that's okay. Okay. Sudo UFW reload. Firewall reloaded. sudo ufw status. Okay, so we have find NGINX full and 22 port allowed. That's exactly what we were looking for. Next, what we will do is we will install setpart. So that's for the Let's Encrypt certificate. Sudo apt install setbot python 3 hyphen setbot hyphen NGINX. Okay, why? Here setbot is installed, and now let's create the certificate for our Keycloak domain. Let me just clear it. Sudo setbot minus NGINX and then minus the Keycloak dot securityfocal.com, and then I will also create this for www.securityfocal.com. So you have to replace it here with your domain name. Okay, you have to put a admin email. Okay, let's say I do this one. Let's say I do this one as well. And it's requesting a certificate currently for our domains. Okay, successfully received the certificate, and then yeah, it's deployed the certificates as well, so we are good. Let's do a dry run for the renewal of this certificate. So we'll do sudo setbot renew hyphen dry hyphen run. Okay, let's give it a moment. So it's basically simulating the renewal of the certificate, and it will let us know in case there is any issues. So once this is successful, we will move to the next step where we will configure our NGINX. Okay, congratulations, all simulated renewals succeeded. So we should be good for the next step. So let's go ahead and configure NGINX. So first we will unlink this with the default one. So sudo and then unlink etc NGINX sites hyphen enabled default. Yeah, unlink is done. Now we will go to NGINX directory, etc NGINX sites hyphen available. Okay, we are here. Let's create our conf file here. So I'll say sudo vi keycloak dot securityfocal.conf. Okay, so you have to put the configuration here. What I'll do is I've copied it in a notepad file and I'll just copy and paste it here. So what I will do is, for you guys, I will leave a link to this configuration file in the description of this video. So let's go back and press I once for insert, and let me paste it out here. So yeah, and then I'll do escape and then colon wq to save and exit this one. Now let's quickly check if there is a issue with our configuration or if it's clean. So to do that, we will do the testing, but before that we also need to create the symbolic link. So I'll do sudo ln -s and then adc NGINX sites available, then our site and adc NGINX sites enabled Keycloak dot security focal dot conf. Okay, now let's check if there is any issue with our configuration. So I'll do sudo nginx -t. Yeah, our configuration looks good. If you have any doubt about this NGINX configuration, feel free to write into the comment section, and I will most certainly review the comments and respond to you. Okay, so we should be good here. Now let's start NGINX. Sudo systemctl restart NGINX. Okay, yeah, we should be good here. Next we will go to home Ubuntu and let me clear it. Let's create a directory here by the name of Keycloak. Yeah, move to our Keycloak directory, cd Keycloak. Now first we will install the Docker container. So I have a KB article here. The link to this I will post in the description section of this video. Now let's quickly get the Docker set up. So first sudo apt get update. Okay. Then apt install cs certificate.curl. Okay. Key ranks. Now we let the repository do apt sources. Okay. And now we'll install the latest version. Okay. So we should be good for the next step. So now we'll create a docker compose file, docker-compose.yml, and let's put the content here from this link that I will put in the description. So I've copied it to a text file. Let me just copy it from there, and I will go to insert mode and paste. Okay, so it has the configuration for MariaDB as well as for Keycloak. Again, if you have any doubt about any of these commands, feel free to post in the comment section. We do a WQ. Now we have an optional step, so we can choose to run the Docker without any sudo. So for that also there is a KB link that I'll post in the description. It's basically a single command, and then you have to log off and log back in. I've already did that, so we should be good here. Now all we have to do is you have to bring the Docker up. Okay, so please make sure to like this video, guys. It will help increase our reach, and I'll keep on bringing these interesting and useful videos for you guys. Okay, yeah, so let it come up. Okay. Okay, so we should be good. Now let's try to open and see if we are able to connect to our Keycloak instance. So my URL was keycloak.securityfocal.com. Let's see if we are able to connect. Yes, we are here at the login page. So let me just put in the username and password. And yeah, so I am inside Keycloak. So that's it, guys. So fairly simple and straightforward. So please make sure to like and subscribe to our channel. Thanks a lot for joining us today.